Hello everybody, it's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work alongside Maggie. I made these beautiful dishcloths for Valentine's Day. I did the one here with like a peach and a white, and then I did this one with the red and a cream color. I'm more partial to the peach colors. I've never been a big red fan, but they turned out absolutely beautiful. Very happy with how they are. There's definitely a good side and a wrong side. And then I did one in one solid color. This is called Pink Camo. I think I like this style better, but your choices, you know their hearts, you know they're for Valentine's Day, and they're wonderful dishcloths. And what I do suggest is that you always use only 100% cotton yarn. It's really, really important that you do that, because when you're using anything that you crochet in the kitchen, acrylic and other yarns can melt, you can get burned. It's just so many negative things can happen. So I do highly recommend that you use 100% cotton yarn. So, you ready to get started? So, let's see. Supplies you will need your choice of 1 or 2 different colors, or 3, you choose, of yarn. This is Crafter's Secret Cotton. I got this at Hobby Lobby. This one's called Hot Pink. And then I will also be using the Crafter's Secret, and this is just white. 1 ball is enough to make a whole washcloth, so you definitely don't need more than 1. You will also need some darning needles, a 5mm hook, and a pair of scissors. Now, I would classify this pattern as more intermediate, just because of having to find stitches and understand where you're at in the project. But I'm going to try to go slow, and hopefully you should be able to follow. And as always, come find us on Facebook under WIP, W-I-P, for Work in Progress, and Chain. And if you have any questions on any of the tutorials that we have done, don't know how to follow a stitch, not sure how to do a stitch, let us know on there, and I will be more than happy to do a live video feed of how to do the stitch. That's what we're here for. I have no problems helping you whenever you need it. All right. Everybody ready to get started on this? So if you're going to do the 2 color scheme like I did, your first one is definitely going to be white. All right. Now, I'm doing the magic circle. If you're not comfortable doing the magic circle, please chain 5 and slip stitch to the first chain. Once you get there, I want you to chain 2. So let me catch up to everybody that did the chain 5 instead. Here's my magic circle ring. So since when we started, we already chained 1. I'm going to chain 1 more to be 2. So everybody's on the same page now. Now we're going to do puff stitches. We have to do 6 of them for this first round, but the first puff is a little different than the rest because we have a chain 2 to start. So what I want you to do is wrap your hook, go in your circle, bring some yarn up. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap your hook, just go through 2. Wrap your hook again, go back into the circle, bring more yarn up. Wrap over and go through just 2. And you'll have 3 loops on your hook. I want you to wrap over and go through all 3. Then I want you to chain 2. That's the only time you do a puff stitch that way. The rest of the puff stitches are going to be like this. You wrap your hook, you go in, grab some yarn, come up, you wrap, go through 2. Wrap your hook, go back into your circle, bring up more yarn, wrap your hook, go through 2, and wrap your hook one more time, go into the circle and bring up yarn, wrap your hook and go through 2. Then you will have 4 loops on your hook. Wrap it and go through all 4 and chain 2. All right, let's do that again. Wrap your hook, go in, come on up, wrap your hook, go through 2. Wrap your hook, go into the circle, bring up some more yarn, wrap your hook, go through 2. And one more time. And then you'll have 4 loops on your hook, wrap, go through all 4, and then chain 2. Okay. We're going to do 3 more, but I'll see you at the end of the 3 more. Okay. Once you got your 6 done, I want you to tighten your ring. And at the end of your 6th one, chain 2. And then I want you to slip stitch to the top of the chain of the first one. Okay. So we're going to be ending this color. So you chain 1 and you pull. Okay. Now if you're choosing to keep the same color, I want you to slip stitch over to one of your chain 2 gaps, okay? So now we're going to start our new color. So you start with your slip stitch, put your hook in one of the chain 2 spots, put your yarn on your hook. Again, make sure it's 100% cotton yarn. Come through, and then you chain 1. So since we chained 1, we're going to chain 1 more. And first we're going to start with one of those partial puffs that we did on the first row. So you wrap your hook, go in, grab some yarn, come on up, wrap your hook, go through 2. Wrap your hook, go back in, come on back up, wrap your hook, go through 2. And then you'll have 3 loops. You wrap your hook and you go through all 3. Then chain 2, 1 and 2. And now we're going to go back to our normal puff stitches. So we'll wrap the hook, go into the same chain 2, the same as your first puff stitches, because each chain 2 is going to be getting 2 puff stitches. Go through, go through, one more time, and you have 4 loops on your hook, and you go through all 4. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Now you go into your next chain 2, and we're going to put in 2 more puff stitches, normal puff stitches. 1, 4 loops and go through a 4. Chain 2, you always chain 2 after every puff stitch. And we're doing our second puff stitch in that chain 2. 4 loops, go through a 4 and chain 2. Go into your next chain 2, and then you'll do 2, 2, 2, and 2, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, you should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 puff stitches. After you do your last one, just chain 2, and then you slip stitch to the top of your first one. Doesn't want to cooperate tonight. There we go. And slip stitch. You do not change your colors yet. Okay, we're on row 3. I want you to just slip stitch to a chain 2 row. Okay. There we go. And then I want you to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 chains will be your treble, and 1 more will be your chain 1. Okay. So now I want you to put in another treble. Wrap the hook twice, and everything's going to be right in that same chain 2 spot. Okay. Wrap the hook twice and do your treble. And then chain 1. And let's do another treble. And chain 1. So we have 3. We need a total of 9 trebles in here, but on your very last treble, do not chain 1. Okay? So go ahead and do 9 full trebles, and this first chain here will count as one of those 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be my 8th one. Chain 1 and the 9th. And after I do the 9th, please do not chain 1. But I do recommend you recounting to make sure you have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and always count your chain. That is a treble. And remember, after your last treble, you do not chain 1. Okay. So I'm just marking off on my notes after I do each one so I don't lose my spot. Now, if you lift up your treble, 9 trebles that you did, your very next chain 2, I do want you to skip that one. Okay? Do not do any stitches in this one. Go to your next one, and I want you to put in 2 just single crochets. 2 single crochets in that chain 2 spot. Then in your very next chain 2, please put in 2 more single crochets. Okay? And now in the next chain 2, I want you to put in 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now your next chain 2 is going to be your point on the heart. Okay, so I want you to put in 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now put in a treble. Chain 1, put in another treble. And then put in 3 double crochets. It's 1, 2, and 3. So now in your very next chain 2, right there, I want you to put in 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. In your next chain 2, I want you to put in 2 single crochets. And in your next one, 2 single crochets. So now this chain 2, I want you to skip, okay? I want you to go to the next chain 2. And I want you to put in a treble. And then chain 1. And then put in another treble. So again, we are going to have a total of 9 trebles with the chain 1, but your very last treble, your 9th one, do not chain 1. This is my 7th one. Eight, chain 1, and my last treble. So after I do this 9th treble, please do not chain 1. But I am going to set it down for a minute just to make sure I have 9. Now I need you to be aware. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do have 9, but if you look, this stitch from your second row, you might think is a treble. So make sure you don't count that one, but make sure you have 9 trebles here. Okay? Okay. So now you have 1 chain 2 space left if you did everything properly. I want you to take your hook and I want you to go underneath into that chain 2. Grab some yarn from the back and make a slip stitch, but please do not make that slip stitch too tight. You will regret it if you do. And then here's your chain 5. So on the 4th chain from the bottom, 4 chain up, I want you to slip stitch into that chain. Now, see the 2? So now we got the center part already done. Now, if you're following my same color, I want you to change back to your first color. So to do that, just make sure you chain 1 and you cut. Okay. Now, I don't know how everybody is, but if I get too many tails going, it does get caught up in my work sometimes, and then I'm not a big fan of that because I could be crocheting with the wrong threads. So, but there's no rule saying you can't wait till your project's done to weave in all your tails, okay? The fun part about this hobby is you can find what works for you, and then please just go that direction. I'm not going to do them all, just doing a couple to not let me get so frustrated with all the tails hanging out. If anybody has any questions on how to hide your tails, I do have a video, but I would be more than happy to do another video with you or go live on our Facebook group if you needed any help with that. This is my last one I'm going to do for now. But did you just see that other tail get caught up in there? This is why I truly like getting rid of my tails when there's a lot of them, because it can just accidentally get caught up. Okay, so we're already on row 4. And we're going to switch to our white. I want you to join at your first, see how there's trebles here? I want you to join at your first chain 1. And you chain 1 and you single crochet back into that same chain. Okay. Then in the next one, in the next chain 1, I want you to do a single crochet. The next one, I want you to do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. You're doing all these in the chain 1 spots, okay? Now, the next chain 1, I want you to put in a half double crochet, chain 2, and a half double crochet. And I want you to do the half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and the next 4 chain 1 spots. So this will be 1, 2, this is 3, and 4. So the rest of those, I buried my end, so one end I don't have to worry about. So all your stitches are in the chain 1 spots of your trebles. Okay? So now we're going to skip this treble right here. See it? Now we're going to go in between the 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. Be right in there. So what I want you to do in that spot right here, I want you to do a half double crochet, chain 2, and another half double crochet. And then you skip 2 and you go into this next spot between them, and I want you to do another half double crochet, chain 2, and a half double crochet. And then after the 2 more stitches, right in here, right in here, right before your 4 stitches in your point, I want you to put in another half double crochet, chain 2, and half double crochet. Okay, now here's your 4 stitches in your point. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to go right in the middle of them. So here's your point where my finger is. Here's 1, 2, and I want you to go right smack in the middle of those 2. I know there's not a chain 1 there, but that's okay. And right in there, I want you to put a half double crochet, chain 2, and another half double crochet. Now in the point, I want you to put 2 half double crochets, chain 2, and 2 half doubles crochets. Now right between the center of these 4 stitches again, right there, I want you to put in a half double crochet, chain 2, and another half double crochet right in that same spot. Okay. So you skip 2 right in here, skip 1 right in there. I want you to put in a half double crochet, chain 2, and a half double crochet. So now I want you to skip these 2 stitches, and you go right in here, and I want you to put a half double crochet, chain 2, and another half double crochet. You skip 2, it's actually skipping 1. Well, it is 2. Put another right in there, put another half double crochet, chain 2, and another half double crochet. So you go up here, here's your treble, right here, right after your treble. I want you to put in a half double crochet, chain 2, and another half double crochet. I think, make sure I did that right. Hold on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yep. Now I need you to do 4 more of those in the chain 1 spots. Half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. That's 1. It's 2. It's 3. And 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I need to do 1 more. And half double. Now in your next chain 1, I want you to put in a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. In your next chain 1, I want you to put a single crochet, and your last chain 1 here, another single crochet. And then I want you to go into your slip stitch. It's down under here. And then I want you to slip stitch and then slip stitch to your first chain. Now you completed row 4. I want to say this next row that we're done do, this one and 6, I think were my toughest ones to figure out. So we're not color changing, we're holding on to this color. I want you to chain 1, and I want you to single crochet right back into that same spot. And in the next stitch, I want you to put in a single crochet. All right. Now, I want you to skip over to your first chain 2, where your chain 2 is, okay? I want you to put a single crochet in there, chain 2, and then a single crochet. You go to your next chain spot, chain 2 spot, okay? Now this one, listen closely, a single crochet, chain 2, another single crochet, chain 2 again, and then put a third single crochet all in that same spot. Now, in all the chain 2 spots, I want you to put in a half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. You should have 8 of them. Okay, so, all right. This is 1. Go to the next chain. This is 2. This is 3. And this is 4. This is 5. Six. Seven. And 8, all in those chain 2 spots, and they were all half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. Now in your point, you're going to put in 3 half double crochets, chain 2, 3 half double crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3, chain 2, this is 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to go back up in all the chain 2 spots, put a half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, a total of 8 of them, okay? And I'll see you at the end. Okay, I did my 8, half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. So now in the next chain 2 spot, I want you to put in a single crochet, chain 2, a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. In your next chain 2, I want you to put in a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. Then in the next 2 stitches, put in 1 single crochet each, 1 and 2. Chain 1, and I want you to slip stitch right into that slip stitch that you had before. Chain 1, and then join. You just completed row 5. I'm very proud of you guys. You guys can rock this. And if I take my other one, we have one more row of white to do. Okay. So now for row 6, I apologize. I want you to chain 1, and I want you to single crochet back into that same spot. Then I want you to single crochet in the next chain. So now we're going to start working in the chain 2 spots again. All right. So for the next 3 of these chain 2s, I want you to put in a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So here's the first one, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. That's one of 3. Then you go over to your next one, single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. And then go right to your next chain 2, right here, and put in one more single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. All right. Now in the next 4 chain 2s, I want you to put a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So next 4 of them. So here's your chain 2, put a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Find your next chain 2, and let's do another double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Your next chain 2, right there, put in a double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. This is 3. And one more. Double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. In the next 2 chain 3s, just 2 of them, I want you to put in a half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. That's one. And that's two. And the next two, I want you to put in a single crochet, chain two, single crochet. So single crochet, chain two, single crochet. Your next one, single crochet, chain two, single crochet. Now, see your 3 stitches here right before your point? See this space right here? I want you to put in a single crochet, chain two, single crochet right here, right before your stitches for your point. So do a single crochet, chain two, and a single crochet. And that's my heater. Now in the point, you're going to put in 2 single crochets, chain two, and 2 more single crochets. Now going back up, here's your chains of your point. So right in here, I want you to put in a single crochet, chain two, single crochet, single crochet, chain two, single crochet. Now we're going to be working back in the chain two spots. All right, so you can see them here, 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 and right there. Okay. So you're going to put in the next 2 of them, single crochet, chain two, single crochet. So single crochet, chain two, single crochet. And my next one right there, single crochet, chain two, and a single crochet. And that's twice. So in the next 2 chain two areas, I want you to put in a half double crochet, chain two, half double crochet. So there's a half double crochet, chain two, and a half double crochet. So that's 1. Here's my another chain two, and then this will be 2. In the next 4 chain two areas, you'll put in a double crochet, chain two, double crochet, and 4 of them, okay? So this is 1, this is 2, the 3, and 4. Okay. In the next 3, we'll do single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So here's my chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet, single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet, and one more right in there, single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet, and then in the next 2 stitches just put in a single crochet, one in each of them. I want you to chain 1, slip stitch into the center, chain 1, and slip stitch to your first chain. I got good news for you. You finished the hard rounds. And there is your heart so far. Now, if you're following my pattern, I want you to chain 1 for the color scheme, that is. Cut your white. And I want you to get your other color. And I want you to slip stitch on to your first chain 2 spot, which would be right there. Now this one's very easy to do. Chain 1 here. And then I want you to put a single crochet back into that stitch. And then in the same stitch, I want you to put 2 half doubles. 1 and 2. And then in that same stitch, put a single crochet. So you're going to do that in all the chain 2 spaces going all the way down. There should be, if your counts are good, there should be a total of 12 of them. So it's single crochet, 2 half doubles, and single. So I'm going to do one more with you. Then I'll see you at the point. Single, half double, half double, and then a single. And you do that in every chain 2 space going all the way down to the point. Okay. Now if you did your counts right, you will have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then in the point, we're going to do a single crochet, 2 half doubles, nope, I did it wrong. Try it again. Let me take that back. So in the point, do a single crochet, 1 half double, chain 2, half double, and a single crochet. Now you're going to go back into your chain 2 spaces and you're going to put in a single crochet, 2 half doubles, 1 2, and 1 more single. And then you'll do that 11 more times in your chain 2 spaces, and I'll see you at the end of that one. Okay, now if you did it correctly, you will have another 12 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. All right, so all we have to do now is we have to go down to the center. I want you to go down, wrap your hook, and not in the white part or in these rows 6 and 5, 5 and 6. I want you to go down, all the way down to in your slip stitch joins, right underneath all that. And I want you to put in 2 half double crochets. And then I want you to chain 2, 1 and 2, and put in 2 more half double crochets all the way down in there. And then I want you to come up here, and I want you to slip stitch. Do not chain. I want you to slip stitch. Right in here. And then just chain 1, cut your yarn, and then I secretly weaved mine in between takes, and then just weave in your ends, and you now completed your heart dishcloth. Turns out beautiful, didn't it? Well, I want to say thank you, and please come follow us on Facebook under Whip and Chain, WIP and Chain for Work in Progress. And if you like this video, if you enjoyed it, could you please hit that subscribe button at the bottom and like? And again, come follow us on Facebook. We would love to see you there. Until then, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye-bye.